Here comes that water again.
Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you.
No, Missile, it's too salty.
I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so we can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about the steam.
Leave it to me, Miss Lynn.
Shiver. Thanks, Missile.
So by closing this valve, I've shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Oh, okay. Okay, so if that's the case, then the first pipe doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Which means these are the two I probably need to swap. Yeah.
There you go.
There. How does that look?
It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way.
Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. She said ouch.
Ouch. I mean, it would still be hot, to be fair.
I mean, it would, yeah. God, Megan, but you've been doing good. You can't let it anymore. You can't let it slip now, Megan. As I cannot as well.
Look, up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape.
True, true.
Now how in the world am I going to get up there?
That is a good question. Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me.
Missile. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with.
Hey, are you being sarcastic?
Why does Wi-Fi connection keep getting lost? Is it okay? Is the Wi-Fi okay?
I don't know. It usually doesn't do that. It's kind of weird considering the modem and everything is like right by your room.
A little bit. Well, if it does it again, maybe I'll just turn off notifications.
Yeah, okay.
You'll have to teach me how to do that on the fly, really quickly. If I
Okay,
need to do
whisk
that.
me away to the top ever so gently.
Are you being sarcastic now?
I'd hate to drown now after coming all this way.
I'd hate that too. So I have to get Lynn up to the door in the ceiling, eh? I'd better find something we can use to do that with. And fast. Want to talk to Missile? Okay, let's get Miss Lynn up to the top. That's easy enough for you to say. So I have to get Lynn up to the door in the ceiling, eh? Better find something to use and do fast, okay? So let me see here. So it's gonna have to do with the hook, I know that much. Possibly the fuse box. Can shove Missile over here because I don't know what Missile's gonna be doing. So we'll figure that out as we need to. Does that say disturbing panel?
Distributing panel.
Okay, I was very confused.
Disturbing
how could
panel.
how could it be disturbing? That makes no sense. Okay, so fuse box. And the hook isn't gonna move. Oh no, it will.
All right, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away.
No. See, it's cheating, Megan. See what I mean?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Damn cheaty water.
Sorry, I can't do it. Open it. Hurry.
Is that any way to ask for something? Trick time. Oops. I hit the wrong button again. See, now I'm getting all panicky.
A little bit. Please get this door open. I've already asked you. I'm afraid I just can't do it. It's all up to you and your miraculous powers now.
We're almost there now. Just have to get this door open. Okay, what does Missile have to say to Sissel? Please hurry and open the door for Miss Lynn. I'm not very good at opening doors, I'm afraid. But you managed to open the door when you escaped Lynn's apartment, didn't you? Yes, but do you have any idea how many times I had to attack that horrible door to open it? No, I guess I don't have any idea. Neither do I, because I can't count beyond 3. Gee, I'm sorry to hear that. We're almost there now. Just have to get this door open. It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No!
It's okay. Calm down, Lynn. This way.
Oh.
Yoink.
Eek!
Man, it looks really cool.
Terrifying.
That looks really cool in the remaster. It would be terrifying,
does.
though, yes. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. New illustration, nice.
Yeah.
The final struggle. Ah, that's a cool illustration.
That's cute.
Woozy says the claw decides who stays and who goes. Yeah, funnily enough, Woozy,
The claw.
I want to say you made the same joke in the original Ghost Trick run. I want to say you did. Someone did, I think. And I think it was
Someone
you.
did for sure, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. See, I really like how similar this has stayed throughout like the whole game. But even including the issues that we've had.
Yeah.
The upended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. Okay, how do I go and oh wait, you say if I minimize the game, it'll do something, right? Because you did that.
Oh, yeah. If you hit the PS button, it'll bring you like to the menu. And then if you scroll down like to...
2. I can only go down 1 to home.
No, I guess if you click on home. And then if you scroll up. Okay, maybe you gotta go to the right and then up, like the little gear.
Wait, right and then up.
Yeah, the little gear icon on the right side over by the clock.
Set of settings. Okay.
And then I assume it will be under system? No. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Because I know there is a way to turn off notifications. It'd probably be in screen and video, maybe? Notifications.
No,
There you go.
Just
I'll pop notifications.
Just allow pop-ups.
You're not allowed to play sound either. It's over for you. It's over for you, notifications. I'm sure Megan will turn you back on later.
Yeah.
And now what do I do? Can I just like...
Yeah, just click the game.
Just click the game?
And click play.
Oh, I gotta click play? Okay. Okay. Alright, well, thank you. So it looks down at them quietly, does it? My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing?
Eek!
Very understandable.
Well, I guess it's just a bunch of bottles and random stuff. That's kind of funny.
That is pretty funny. Ah, here we go. I do like how he found something that matches the hair too.
And I like how he actually like drew the sunglasses on or found a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah. I see you managed to survive, detective.
Hey, you're...
Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening?
If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you've decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us.
I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you?
Sissel, look at you. What happened?
I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. Ellipses of anticipation is gonna be followed by a statement which will probably turn everybody's world upside down. Maybe not yet. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for the submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak.
What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with these people, or those people.
They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out.
You mean they figured out the source of your powers?
Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time.
If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more.
Radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. Surrounded by ghosts. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we got. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple.
It is? How then?
In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation.
That's what it does? Dying while being exposed to the radiation?
Well, technically that's what does it, but yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's okay. It's fine. Doesn't change it much. On that day, 10 years ago, a fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too?
You know, you might be right.
I do like how they kind of set this up too, because you can see the radiation emanating from the meteorite.
Yeah.
Like when Missile
No, I
goes
really
in his
liked
ghost
how they
form.
did this reveal. Are the Temsik remnants still there in that park at the bottom of the crater?
You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation, too. The radiation's time effect. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? Arg, this is so strange and confusing. I can't take it all in.
I mean, fair. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago. My body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since the incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel. So I guess as soon as What? Oh, that's you. That's right. Go for it. Sorry.
So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow.
Wow. Revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives.
Our lives?
That's you, yeah. I'm sorry, Megan. We're at a climax. It's exciting. As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate.
Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping?
It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped.
But they kidnapped the wrong girl.
Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me.
Huh?
Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Timsik. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, bong. I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsik fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective.
Me?
One final target. If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay. Like, yeah, but what could I have done about it? You know, I was there playing, dude, with my plunger for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why she has a plunger. That always didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think they explain it soon.
They do.
So then it would make sense to you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm sorry.
But I was just a little kid playing in the park.
I thought you just forgot, that's all.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
10 years later, and you'd become a detective looking into Jode's case. Tonight I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. Yeah, I'm the guy that, like, held you when you were, like, 5 or something. Almost killed you. Maybe she was 10. I guess she's probably 10, because I could see Lynn being, like, 20 or something like that.
Yeah, I think she was like 10.
I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong.
What happened?
My body disappeared. Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsik meteorite.
Because you were looking into the Jode case. They thought you would find out about Temsik sooner or later. That's it. No more questions.
I mean, he went through a lot.
He did. Oh. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine.
Oh no.
There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. No escape.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years.
You what?
This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along.
She awakens.
Lynn?
Uzi says, but Jigo is the one that leaked about Temsik. Did he? He did say something, didn't he? Actually. I think he did.
I think he did. I don't remember exactly what he said, though.
Yeah, I don't quite remember either, but I remember when I was watching you play this to get me caught up to where the Steam save was. I do remember him mentioning, like, Temsik. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
I did too. Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here.
Perhaps, young child.
What? Oh,
Dun, ba, ba.
if my dad
Mmm.
If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us.
Oh, she's thinking. I think. Nope, she's not.
Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute. Yes, we do.
That's a different song.
Very different from the original. This will tell us where Detective Jode is.
That present from the inspector in white.
That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him.
He was one step ahead.
Yeah. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Would it even work all the way down here, though?
Debatable.
And we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lynn?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo?
A torpedo, you say?
A torpedo?
Yeah, a torpedo. Yeah, trust me, it makes sense if you've seen Mr. Limpet.
Okay. In any case, it's way too early to give up.
Sure, let's watch that sometime. It'd be fun.
If you want.
The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Very unique movie. It looks like Detective Jode is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
Megan, I thought we turned the notification off.
I thought we did too. Maybe if you disconnect the network settings? Because maybe that's not considered a notification?
Maybe it isn't. How do I do that?
So go back to home.
Okay.
And go up to the gear.
Okay.
And click on network.
Okay.
And you should... Yeah, just go to settings and turn off connect to internet.
Goodbye, internet. Farewell.
I don't understand why it doesn't work in your room, though.
I don't know why either. That's actually really weird. I mean, maybe there's
It's
just
really
something...
weird.
Maybe there's just something going on with the Wi-Fi right now.
I mean, maybe, but I haven't noticed anything lagging on my computer. I don't know. I guess maybe there's just too many walls over there, because I can connect it from my room or from the living room down here.
I mean, maybe. Like, I don't know. Because, well, normally, every other time I've had this in here, it doesn't do that. So I'm not too sure what's happening. Maybe I'll restart the router or modem later. Because I don't know. I don't know why Wi-Fi is weird.
I mean, there could be something happening with the PSN, too.
That's true. There could be.
But, yeah.
Trick time. So I can go to a torpedo. But first, let's talk with literally everybody.
So my dad isn't here on the submarine?
Woozy says, one of the few Disney movies that combined live action and animation. I'm glad you saw it. I'm glad someone else I know actually saw Mr. Limpet. I forgot it was Disney, though. I guess it could have been. It probably was, actually. The animation makes sense. Like Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I've never seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks, funnily enough. Mary Poppins is pretty good, though. Don't worry. We're going to go get him right now.
Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings, what I said about my dad saving us if you were here.
Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll right off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned. Ouch.
I'm going to start being tougher, too. I want to make my dad proud of me.
Miss Camilla. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. So that's Camilla. Can I? No, I should be able to reach Mistle, right?
You might just have to go on the lamb.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then kind of reach around.
There you go. Okay, what do we do now? We go find the command room that was launched somewhere into the sea. What? How? Just to let you know, I don't like water very much. According to Lynn, the key to our plan is a torpedo. Kind of a missile. Missile, you say? Or missile? You have a missile right here. I don't think she's talking about that kind of a missile. Now then, where did we see another torpedo?
And before they shoot missile off in the torpedo.
That'd be funny.
So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment?
It's there, yeah. But I don't know about calling it a shell.
Detective Joe's watch will tell us exactly where it is.
Right. He said it was a radio receiver, didn't he?
There might still be another torpedo on the submarine. If we use it, we can get Detective Joe.
That's a brilliant plan, Detective.
You think so?
So what are you gonna do? Right on the top of the torpedo?
Of course not. You guys are going to go.
Darn. I kind of wanted to see that.
That would be funny. Did you want to see me drown? That's fine. He'll just res you when you get there.
True, actually.
Well,
Well, I guess
I
it
guess
would
to
go
be
back
fair,
4 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
you would just be her on a torpedo. Like, how do you save her?
But at least you get to see it once before you save her. In theory.
Yeah, in theory.
Woozy says, oh, correction, it was Warner Brothers who made Mr. Limpet. Okay, see, I kind of had a feeling. I was thinking it was WB, but I wasn't too sure, because back in the day, I mean, the animation does kind of add up to Disney, but Warner Brothers also makes a lot of sense. Oh, hello. Grapes! But like the actual purple kind. Oh, wait. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
And the dream. Oh, it sounds heavenly.
See, those are purple grapes.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
See, I'm almost wondering if this is like a Mandela effect where we just thought the original Ghost Trick had purple grapes in the first room, but maybe they were green there, and I'm just thinking of these ones.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe it is like a Mandela effect. Hey, Dargontro. Welcome back to Stream Friendo. How you doing today? Megan and I are just playing through Ghost Trick. Nearing the end of the remaster. So as we've said a little bit earlier, but we may as well reiterate again. If you do wish to play this game, and you wish to have a good time and experience it all on your own, highly recommend checking out the VOD and going and playing the game instead. Because it's a really good game. Really quality.
Yeah.
But hopefully you've been good, friendo.
We're very much at the end of the story. So.
Yeah. But what have you been up to? How have things been going? How you stream anything good lately? I've been thinking about this for a while now, but don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country.
Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just like my hand right now.
True facts.
It's very weak.
Was there a point in going to the engine room? Oh.
I guess you can't.
The phone line to the engine room isn't working right now. All that water probably damaged the line. I guess I don't need to go back there anyway, but no, Sissel, I need to go everywhere.
The torpedo room, huh?
There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Joe up. But something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer.
True, up is definitely safer.
I mean, you could always read if you want.
No, it's all you, Megan. It's all you. Dergantra says, I just beat Final Fantasy 13 yesterday night. That's awesome. I need to play through that at some point.
I need to play it too.
I'm just doing a bunch of grinding at 13 right now. I'm wanting the platinum. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you beat it, and I'm sure getting the platinum is probably, I was gonna say fun. I don't know if that'd be the case, because I know sometimes 100% in Final Fantasy games isn't always the most entertaining.
Yeah, if it's anything like 10, kind of what I've heard is that the platinums for Final Fantasy games are kind of very tedious to get.
Yeah, so hopefully you're able to make your own fun at the very least.
Yeah, like hopefully you have fun with it.
Okay, I'll see you there then. Now, they made it here real easily.
Yeah, surprisingly. I guess maybe the other ghost helped us.
Maybe.
It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. How does she know how to do all this?
Nah, she's the detective. That's probably what she'd say, to be honest.
I mean, I suppose. I never thought about it when I played this game. I'm like, how does she know that? She's not an electrician.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck!
Trick time. Woozy says dodging the lightning strikes is super tedious in FF10. Surprisingly, Megan actually did pretty well on that when she went through it.
Yeah, I did it like on my second try.
Yeah, she had a method which worked really well. Surprisingly. Chocobo,
Yeah.
The Chocobo racing. Chocobo catcher, I think it's called. That's where she struggled.
Yeah, I struggled with that a little bit. And I mean, there's still stuff I could do. Like, I still have like the arena fights and stuff. But like, for the most part, I've 100%ed Final Fantasy X. I got all the ultimate weapons and everything. I still have to beat the rest of the Dark Aeons, though.
True.
But I did beat Valefor.
That is true. You did beat that one. How's it going there?
I'm just calculating the command room's coordinates now. I have to put it in a slight offset, though. Don't want to blow it up.
True. I'm sure Detective Jode would appreciate that.
Well, leave this to me. Good luck with loading the missile.
Okay, thanks.
Again, how does she know how to do that?
True facts. Oh. Howdy, Missile. What will happen to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us. And our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. Oh wait, I can literally just be Missile. Because then I can... Oh wait. I can swap the switches. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I want to...
They are the same shape.
They are indeed the same shape. Oops. There we go. And talk to the person that I'm sure barely anybody actually talked to. Because you so optimistic.
Probably. Please help my dad, sissy. I'll be okay here. I'm not scared.
Leave it to me, Camilla. We'll be back with your father to save you. I promise. Wait a minute, Sissel. What is it? What you just said? I wanted to say that.
Thank you, Missile.
We can do it. I know we can. See, I believe in you, Missile. And Sissel, I guess. Now, I assume I had to do that. So I think one of them was busted. Yeah, the switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. But I don't think the entire device is broken, though. Probably works just fine if only I could move the switch. Just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Which means... Not that one. Which means... Wait, which one is it? L1. There you go.
Yeah.
So look, there's so many R1s and L1s and R2s. Sometimes you get mixed up. Yeah, let's lower this one. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable.
All set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is?
The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, it's like it completely run out of power. I wonder what's happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right, okay. Hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks. Trick time. I've already... Oh, it's you. I thought it was
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jode is. 12 seconds after launching, it will pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. Ellipses of probably annoyance, to be honest. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile.
What? But Miss Lynn...
You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope.
But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I couldn't understand that. I couldn't stand that.
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Camilla?
I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry.
Ellipses of hope. Miss Camilla!
That's a good boy, Missile. How does she know?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess maybe they're like Jode. Maybe after all this time of dying, they can kind of sense where the ghosts are a little bit.
Maybe. That's true. That's a good way of looking at it.
I guess Jode just probably has more natural intuition.
Probably. I mean, he has been a detective for a long time. At least 10 years.
Yeah. Now are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch.
We're ready. Took forever.
Sorry, for some reason I thought I read that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I kind of figured that was it.
Sissel?
Yes?
We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other again. Right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will.
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes then.
Good luck, friend.
Goodbye, lads. I guess lasses. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Oh. Jode, no. That's some really good timing, dude.
I feel like that might have been a little too far for Sissel, though.
Potentially. Damn you, game, and your
Sus.
continuity. Detective Jode. I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him. You'd better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jode. Trick time. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. Excuse me while I explain it. I told Detective Jode about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you... So, I've heard two ways to pronounce this, and I actually think both are pretty good. So you have Yomiel, which is what we called him before, but then you also have Yomiel, which I think is pretty good as well.
I usually call him Yomiel.
Yomiel?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if you said that before in the last thing. In the last
I'm pretty sure we did.
Ago. I thought I called him Yomiel. Not Yomiel.
Well, you might have called him Yomiel. I called him Yomiel if I said his name, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, fine. Megan, we'll tell you what. We can just go back and look at the video later and just you.
To be fair, it might all be your lines.
I mean, it might be. But then you didn't correct me. So, yeah. All right. Yomiel? Whoa. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jode? Right. About Yomiel. 10 years ago. You were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, I like he just ignores that. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He didn't ignore it, never mind. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? Woozy says... oh, wait, no, Woozy said that already. Dodging lightning strikes is super tedious in FF10. And then Woozy says the yo-yos of pronunciation. Kind of, right? As I've said numerous times, English is weird.
Very.
It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. And if I know anything about engineers, they like challenging jobs.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I think that's actually true. I think they like a challenge.
I mean, I can see people getting into the career just because it is a challenging job to begin with.
Yeah. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago. Hey, here's that cool animation again.
Yeah.
My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. Good game. I existed in this world. No question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. This is a cool scene.
Yeah.
In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. The deal. That's what it is. Nice. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they helped me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. The betrayal. Oh no, just betrayal. Okay. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. I like that joke.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I thought he was going to be one of the agents.
I thought so too. The first time I played, I believe. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why you couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite, or they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least that's one thing you must be happy about. Or there's one thing you must be happy about. And what's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Woozy says Leaflet Guy was a good fake out. It was.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jode back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective Jode. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. All right, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go, then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. It's rewind time.
Yeah. Possibly the last rewind of the night.
Possibly the last rewind of the night. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There is only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. Ka-chunk.
Gasp.
By the way, I am not human, Detective. I do use Globetrotter. You know, I actually heard the Globetrotters are really fun to see.
Yeah.
Even if you're not into basketball, I hear they're just like really fun. I'm gonna have to show you some video clips of them sometime.
Yeah, okay.
Like there's this one bit that I saw. We're going on a small tangent, I apologize. This one bit I saw, because you know what the Globetrotters are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one bit that I saw, and I may have showed it to you, I'm not too sure. Where they're like playing basketball, and then all of a sudden the Circle of Life started playing over the speakers.
Oh.
And they just like, they look around and they drop the ball, and they find a small child in the audience, and then they like lift him up over their head. It was really funny. It was really funny. It doesn't sound funny when like you're talking about it, but it's funny when you see it.
I mean, it's funny in context, so I can see that.
I am a remote controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. But if he's remote controlled, then who's holding the remote? Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Now, it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Grr. Camilla, forgive me. Ugh. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning the situation around.